Hello, this is Antonio from Body by Bates, and today I'm here to talk about gossip because you see a lot of gossip going around, whether it's in your home, your church, your workplace. People don't have the nerves to go up to the person and say what they feel. They rather say it to somebody else. And the bad thing about it is that when somebody confide in you, you know, they're expecting you to do the right thing and maybe listen and give you some good advice, not for you to go around and spread it to the whole neighborhood or to others. It's a shame when somebody consider you a friend and then you're sharing information that not going to benefit anybody else, so that people can talk behind your back and not, you know, nothing good, you know. One thing is, I think the worst sin other than gossip is homosexuality, I mean, it's so bad that homosexuality is so bad that um, Jesus or God destroy a whole city, But gossip is very close behind because it really divides people, It, you know, people see you and you see they're looking at you a certain way, and you're wondering what's going on, only to find out that maybe your closest friend or somebody had some kind of feel like you had some kind of confidence in is going around, talking about what what happened in your life, and they're not giving you any good advice. But the whole thing is, other than it being bad for the whole situation of people and how other people are treating you, it's even bad for them. The subconscious do not know who you're talking about. The subconscious mind just hear you talking bad about somebody, and it stays with you. Your body is almost up to 90 something percent water. And if you understand the body or how water works, you can actually pray over water and change the chemistry of the water, the crystals in the water. So imagine you're talking bad about somebody. It's as if you're talking bad about yourself, and the body don't know any better. It will bring the same environment to you. It's like you're whatever you think about, you bring about the things you say, the spells that you give, you're receiving them. So when you're wishing bad for somebody or talking bad about somebody, you're literally talking about yourself. And it's time we stop this type of behavior, especially if you're in a church where you have brothers and sisters come to have peace or to seek some kind of, you know, security somewhere. A lot of people commit suicide because they don't have anybody to talk to, somebody to give them a good word, to encourage them, to say, whatever you're going through, it's not going to last. Nothing lasts forever but salvation. So when you're in the church or at the workplace or home and you're not giving that type of support, you know don't spread the bad stuff, or don't spread anything that is negative about somebody, because it only brings them down, and it also bring down your vibration. So it's best that not to say anything at all. If somebody comes to you about something or a situation, what I normally do is like bring people who bring news, carry news. So they would look at me like, whoa, what are you saying? I say, people who bring news carry news, because when you leave from here, you're going to go off and say, well, Antonia did say that. If I need to say anything to somebody, I can say it directly, and nobody can do anything about it. I promise you that. If you, and I'm not trying to, bring you down. If something is wrong, I'd say, well, maybe nobody's saying this to you, but this is what I honestly feel. And, give them a solution, not just talking to them and trying to bring them down, and then you walk away making the person feeling less. It's important that we be there for our brothers and sisters in the time of bad situation, to encourage them, to uplift them, not just listening to them story and then somebody come up to you and say, boy, brother, such and such, him look like that. I go, ah, yes, I true, know him, I go through, him wife left him daughter do this, him, something, him not pay mortgage, him not is always the negative. Even if sometimes you say something good about the person. Why the person they look like them them a drive a nice car. Why you don't know how much things you have to go through in car for sleep at night time because you have the car for pay for or whatever. It's always you try to talk good about somebody and there is always this person that then come with the negative. So you have to stop this type of behavior because if they realize that people are not listening and encouraging this type of behavior, they will stop. And the only thing and the bad thing is it's affecting them as well because people who are very negative and talk, no matter what you do for them, they will not achieve anything because the environment, the whole energy is not going to allow them to, you know, improve on life because you have to change your mindset about the way you deal with this universe and how you deal with life and how you deal with others because it reflects. And next thing is that a lot of people will do things just for praise or to, oh, I've seen family members, they do things, what are the right thing to do? But if it's the right thing to do, don't complain about it after you do it. Don't do it and expect something in return or expect some kind of praise. Because the good thing is, God already said, your good deeds are like filthy rags. Because if that was what going to bring you into heaven, good deeds, then everybody would pretend and then they'll enter the kingdom. But everything begins in the heart. If your heart is not where it's supposed to be in the right place, doing things and don't expect something in return, doing it with like the pleasure is the greatest thing to help and just be that person, then that's how you enter the kingdom from the heart and God salvation and God mercy. Because some people believe that they're going to do good deeds and they're going to get heavenly points. When your heart is not in the right place, it does not work. And next thing you're going to know and about people is that give them a compliment and see how they react. Sometimes you ever walk up to somebody and say, wow, you're such a nice person, you're helpful, you always do the right thing. And you see them look at you and they look away and they're looking all over the place. And you say, hold on, am I telling the truth or am I lying? Because if somebody is genuine, they will say, thank you, I try, whatever. But sometimes they know what they're doing, they're not doing it from the heart. They're doing it because they want others to think that they're nice and they're kind and they must go to heaven. Only God know your heart. Nobody else can promote you to heaven. Nobody. And we experience heaven on earth. How you deal with people, how you associate yourself with people. This is where it begins. You're not going to do all the good deeds here and then, when you go to heaven, it's a different thing. It starts from here. You have to be nice. be kind and gentle to people, understand what they're going through, have some kind of pity or mercy or empathy on the person while they're going through it, and not bring the their their dirty laundry and air it to other people, and then it bring chaos into whatever setting, whether the home, the work, or church. So these are my thoughts, and I hope somebody will get this message and try to do better, and stop encouraging people to bring news to you that is not helpful. Walk away, let them understand that you don't want to hear it, and you know, encourage them to do better, because sometimes people don't know any better. They grow up in a household or grow up in a situation where they're hearing people talking bad about people, and it becomes a norm for them. So we have to break this chain, we have to break this cycle, you know, the gossip, propaganda, all of these things divide people. It's like you hear people say, well, Jamaican don't like Asian, the Chinese don't like the Japanese. It's always something to divide people. And if you look on them, you can't tell the difference. If I was to walk up and say to a lady, "Hi, where you from?" And she said, "Why?" I said, "I thought you're Trini." She said, "What kind of thing you that said that? I'm from Guyana." I'm like, "What? Oh, how can I tell? I mean, the Guyanese and the Trinidadians, they're Indians. They just happen to live on different islands. Why would you be insulted? Even people say, "Oh, you look like an Asian," and you're like, "Oh my God, how could you say that?" No, we're people. We should be embracing our brothers and sisters, not because they're from a different island or a different culture. Sometimes you see people from different islands, and you swear it's your family because they just have similar features. And maybe they are long distance, and we never know. So let's put these gossip and these propagandas aside, and let's love up on each other. Let's live a better, healthier life, not just for them, but also for yourself. Lift your vibration so you can be a better person in this world and serve God in the best way you can. Have a great day. If you need any more information, contact me at bodybybates.com, bodybybates85 at gmail.com, or Instagram bodybybates. Have a great day.